Welcome back to the Digital Den. My name's Thomas Fox, and we're here with our Mr. Phillips newsletter for the week. And how are you doing, Mr. Phillips?
I'm doing well, Thomas. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just ready
Good.
for the weekend.
Yeah, well, it's here. Weather's warming up. We're
Yep.
Getting a little taste of spring, so everybody's getting a little itchy. The sun was out yesterday.
I know it was
And
real
it's out
sunny
today,
yesterday.
So that always kind of increases the vibe around.
Yep.
You know, you get to springtime, it feels better. So
Yep. Always looking forward to those warmer temperatures.
love it. Longer days, warmer temperatures.
Yep. So recently we had the ASVAB test and the junior class ring ceremony. Two big events that were going on in our school. How did those go? And just the week as a whole.
I think was Monday. I think the National Guard, they come in and kind of run that for us, and we have 25 kids that completed that, so they'll get their results here in a couple of weeks. They take care of all that. We just kind of provide the space, and then ring ceremony was last night. Love doing that. I think that's a really cool night for juniors and their parents. Like I told them last night, I feel like that kind of kicks off all their senior events. You know, it's kind of the first thing that. So we try to do it. We try to make it special. We do it at night in our gym. A lot of schools just hand them out at lunch and do. But we want it to be more of a, like I said, it's kind of that kickoff where, look, your senior year is basically here. And you're going to get, and there's a lot of fun activities coming, and that's one of the first ones. So had 37 kids here last night, which was a good number for us. Good time, and a lot of parents here, and a lot of grandparents, and a lot of photo opportunities, which I know families enjoy. So it was a good night. Yeah, good week for sure.
Yep, I saw a bunch of people posting about it on, and I saw some pictures of people with their rings. It made me just jealous because I didn't have a chance to go to that last year. I'm a little upset I didn't get to go, but
it is a good time. I think kids really enjoy it. Probably the parents probably enjoy it more than the kids, to be honest with you. So.
Moving on, we also had recently today Miss Speakman.
Yeah.
She came in and did kind of get to know her podcast. If you didn't know, she's our new counselor.
Yep.
For the seniors and sophomores, I believe.
Seniors,
and I've got to meet with her a couple times. She's done a great job. So make sure you guys tune into that podcast to see what she's going on
talks a lot
about.
about scheduling. We have that coming up. I think we're starting Tuesday with freshmen filling out scheduling sheets so that we can start to get numbers for next year and figure out, what all we need to offer. We're trying to offer some new things again next year. I think we offered this podcasting being one of them this year. I think we had 6 or 7 new offerings the school year we're in right now. We're just looking to expand that for kids and make sure we provide those opportunities that we can, So all of our underclassmen in the next couple of weeks, you'll be sitting down with counselors, and probably me and Miss Noel and Miss McCullough. We all kind of get involved in that because it takes a lot of us. It's really time consuming. Scheduling at the high school is by far the most difficult thing to do on the admin side. I've learned that. I've been here 6 years now, and it's like a huge puzzle trying to put it all together, and you can't get it right. Something always doesn't match up. You're never gonna get it perfect, but we spend a lot of hours wrapped around that schedule. So just trying to make it right for kids. That's what it's about. So we'll get it figured out. But yeah, watch that. I would parents probably maybe watch it in advisory next week with teachers for students. Let them see it, just so they can get an idea of what that's going to look like, and we're going to get that ball rolling starting next week.
Yep. And if you want to, in the description of this video, there's going to be the counselor's site, along with the different class pages and college and career websites. Just a lot of informational, good sources you guys can see.
All below us, right?
Yes, are going to be in the description of this video. So as those are just going to help you get a lot of good information for you or your parents. So make sure you check those out. But now we're moving on to sports. We're getting big into basketball.
Yeah.
The districts are coming around this February.
It's here.
So our boys team got a big win last Tuesday over South Oldham. I got the opportunity. I was filming that for GHP. Yep. So it was a really good game.
How many of y'all are doing that now? How many kids are there? I feel like he's expanded his.
Yeah. I know I joined. Lauren Siebold joined.
Morgan's been there forever.
Morgan's been there.
We've
got Kaylin, and then we've got someone from Nelson County, I believe. Dalton, yep. So he's got a good little squad going on.
Yep. I told him a couple weeks ago when I saw you there, he picked the All-Stars for sure. So, y'all do well with that. That's good stuff.
And it's a really fun opportunity
that
to
ties
be
a
able
little
to
bit
do
into
that.
this. It's kind of along those same lines, and he's been big helping us with this as well. So.
Also, we've got tomorrow they travel to Gallatin for another regional matchup. And coming up, as I said, the districts, the girls and the boys both achieved the second seed in the districts. And the boys will be playing Shelby County at Shelby County on Wednesday, February 28th. So make sure you guys come out and support that. Make sure our boys have the support, as well as the girls get those teams to regionals this year. See if we can let them go far this year.
Let's hope. Yeah, get the region and make some noise, and you never know what happens when you get to that point. I mean, on the boys' side, South Oldham was a huge win for us, and as I'm watching, I'm a big fan. So I'm at home last night watching Oldham and North Oldham, and Oldham ends up beating North last night. Well, we've already beat Oldham at their place, so I really think, we have to win that first district game with the boys. That's a huge one. We get that, and that secures our ticket to region over at Henry County, but we got to get there first, one game at a time. But they had a really good week, and I know they're going to Gallatin tomorrow.
Yep.
A little bit of a drive, so I'm glad they do that on Saturday. That's a tough one to kind of pull off during the week on a school night. So really excited for that. And then the girls had a good week. They beat Shelby, went to Shelby, had a good win, and then I'll be here tomorrow with them. I think we're playing Collins tomorrow. It's a makeup of a snow day when we had a couple Fridays ago we were supposed to play. So
GHP will be filming that too.
Maybe 3:30, I believe, is when the varsity starts. So I'll be here for that, and that way Coach Marksberry can travel with the boys, and he can watch Kellen play. So let him get over there, and Coach Dillon and I'll hold this down here and make sure we get everybody in here and have a good environment. But yeah, they're here. They got a couple weeks left, and then we'll be at district tournaments and regional tournaments, and maybe Rupp Arena. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Let's see if we can get one of them, or maybe even both of them get us to Rupp Arena. That would be nothing better than shut down school to go to Rupp Arena. That'd be a pretty cool deal. So, but one game at a time. Both playing well. They're healthy. I think they're getting healthy. The girls had battled some injuries early on, but I feel like they're starting to play a few more girls. The boys have, keep our fingers crossed, have been pretty healthy. No issues. So, and that's a big thing this time of year. You got to peak at the right time, and you got to be healthy at the right time. So, all signs point in the right direction for them.
But yeah, as I said, February 28th, the boys will be playing at Shelby County. For the girls, they will also be playing on the 28th as well against Woodford County. So come out and support both our teams. It's gonna be a big night for our county. Both setting off a good start for the district games.
One thing I do want to touch on is we haven't had very many home games this year. I feel like our schedule's been pretty light on home games, which I'm hoping next year's we see the opposite and get a lot of return games. But I think the boys have 3 maybe left, and the girls have 4, vice versa. So parents, community members, you don't have many opportunities. Get in here and support these kids, and that's a great time to see our band and our cheerleaders and our dance team, and see the kids working for GHP and see student managers. So it's not just about basketball. It's about a school-wide thing, and we love having that gym packed. Last Friday night we had a staff district night. We hadn't talked about that, and really pushed it and gave away 300 student tickets. This place was, if you were here Friday night, this place was wild. It was people lined up in the hallways, and that's what we want. We want that every game. So we love seeing people here. We love seeing the community members here and the parents. And so just a couple more opportunities to get here. So get here and support us, and that's what we're about.
And then one of the big opportunities to come and support is senior night next Monday against Marion County. The girls will be having their senior night. We'll be celebrating some of our amazing seniors on the girls basketball team.
We got a couple, 2.
We've got Ella Brown and Skylar Mills, and then our team's manager, Shelby Kaufman. So we'll be celebrating all 3 of those. Great at their jobs on the team. Really good leaders.
Their culture, they've created that culture. They've been a part of that. I mean, they're when you get to that senior year, you're the one that's the leader, and you got to keep that going. So. That's exciting night. I didn't realize Monday night was senior night. It's already here.
Yep, I know. It's crazy. So moving on from basketball, we also have archery. So their tournament against Thomas Nelson has unfortunately been canceled, but they will also compete next weekend at Bardstown. And then wrestling, they will also travel to North Oldham this weekend for an individual tournament with at least 20 teams competing. So it's going to be a big tournament.
Tournaments are huge. You get all the schools here. It's a good time when you go to those things.
Yep, and then it's going to be the last tournament before the regionals. And then the regionals will be a week from tomorrow at Western Hills.
Yeah, their season's winding down too.
Yep, basketball and wrestling both winding down right now. So that's all we have. Do you have anything you'd like to? Any final remarks?
A couple things. We got juniors are going to have ACT coming up first Tuesday of March. Something to start putting on our radar. It is the 2nd of February today, so we're about a month out from that. During our advisory time, we've got some teachers that are right now developing. We're going to do like a junior rotation where they go and for the 3 weeks weeks leading up to that, they're going to do some ACT prep every day during advisory. So that's something Miss Bayer and Miss Martin are working on. They're our two ACT gurus that kind of host and do all those things. They're all things ACT. So talked to them the other day, and they've got that all together. So we're going to start moving some juniors around so they can get exposed to that, because that's a big day for juniors. You know, that's a big thing. So making sure that we are ready for that. Besides that, we have had a lot of sickness in the building. A lot of kids have been out. Our attendance today is at like 84%. We've been running 93 to 95, so it's been a really tough week for us as far as kids being out of the building. So we know what's going around. So make sure and take care of yourself, right? Washing your hands. I know that sounds elementary, but those are things we have to do, right? Like we got kids in here that they want to share water bottles and do all that stuff. Like we don't need that, right? We want everybody to be healthy, and you can't learn if you're not here. So we pride ourselves. One thing, a big thing when I'm out with other principals and superintendents, I talk a lot about our kids in attendance, you know, and how kids are here because they want to be here, and our attendance, our numbers are as good as anybody in the state when, you know, we really are. So I just want to make sure we keep that going. We know it's a rough time of year. Everybody's kind of cooped up inside, so it's hard to get out. And, you know, you always deal with sickness this time of year. But just keep that in mind as parents and as students. Do what you need to do, and so we can get you here, and so you're not missing those days. Yep. So.
Well, I really appreciate you joining us for the weekly newsletter, keeping everybody informed. Thank you guys for joining. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm sure you're already on YouTube, but make sure you go on the Instagram and follow us at schs.digitaldin. And that's all we have today. So have a great weekend. Thank you guys.